Today on the channel, my brain said no, but my body said yes with the Masters of the Universe Mondo collection, 2000X He-Man.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, back again with another Masters of the Universe Mondo Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, in a plot twist, we're not talking 1/6 scale, we're talking 1/12 scale for the first time ever with Mondo Toys, with the guy that started it all, He-Man. But for all your He-Man needs across any of the toy lines, including Mondo, make sure you hit up our friends over there at jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. Yes, you heard that right. 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. And they did get a handful of these. I definitely picked one up, as you can see right here. And I did tell the team over there, guys, I'd go a little heavier on these going forward, as it seems like there's a lot of people feeling the love with this line here from Mondo. Now, I immediately said, you know what? Awesome, I love it, but there's only so much you can afford. There's always so much you can afford, guys. We all know. We all got finances. There's always bills going on, more than ever, it seems like, for everybody. And I said, I'm going to have to admire this from afar. I'm just going to get the Mattel ones that are around, $18, $19, $20, $21, whatever they are. I'm going to get those. But man, then I saw these in person. People started getting them. I'd see some pictures on social media. I'd say, I'm all right. This He-Man, I'm all right. I didn't need it. Okay, it is what it is. But then the clawful came. It always comes down to the clawful. And I saw that. I said, oh my gosh, why did I not get the clawful? And now I'm on the hunt for the clawful. Tila went up, got the pre-order in on Tila. Skeletor, he's still up on Mondo, you can order, so I'll order him. But I guess I'm in on this line. I hope it's a slow-going line. I hope it slows down. I don't know. But I picked it up. I'm playing all the hits here. We'll see how it goes. We're looking around $100 price point on these figures. Very expensive, especially for the scale, but not as expensive as the deluxe ones. Of course, we've seen from over the years from Masters Universe and Mondo. So I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic here, but we're going to find out what all the fuss is about with this one, and we're going to do it like we do all the other reviews on this channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Now, first thing I noticed is obviously smaller packaging, obviously a lot lighter, but at the same time, hallmarks of the previous larger style figures over the years that we've unboxed on the channel. So you get the beautiful artwork. No matter what He-Man line you're in, the artwork is always important and always looking very good. You got the 2000X He-Man here in all his might and glory, and we'll do some He-Man comparisons later in this video too, as you can imagine. Got a nice yellow color with the Masters logo, looking very good. Mondo, all the hits being played. He-Man deluxe figure. Then on the back, got a little story time with He-Man, so we'll read that. A lot of the hits of Mondo being played, as they should. He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Son of King Randor and heir to the throne, Prince Adam raises the sword of power, and by the power of Grayskull, becomes He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. The hero foretold by King Grayskull, He-Man's strength has no equal and courage has no bounds, leading the Masters of the Universe against Skeletor and his evil warriors. A fight for the fate of Eternia. Oh, so much going on here. So much going on, so little time. We know how it goes, but I'm going to open it up. We're going to see what all the fuss is about, as we usually do. Oh, there's fuss. Oh, there's fuss. So, got the double plastic prison here. You got hands, you got weapons, you got all the usual Mondo hallmarks. Everything is wrapped up in its own plastic. We see that historically with Mondo. So a lot of hits being played here. That being said, could they have tightened this up a little bit? Maybe a smaller box, smaller packaging. I think in this world, we'd be okay with smaller packaging. Maybe. There's no flaps on the front to display. So if you don't have that, if you don't have the big thing, maybe you lock it down. Maybe it would take the price point down a little bit. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I am going to take this offline, get him out of the package. We'll be back talking all things He-Man. All right, let's get down to business. He-Man business. So we're going to start with the stand here. Of course, like Mezco and a lot of the other fancier brands, including Mondo. Yes, of course, all the M1s. McFarlane, too. Should we throw Mattel in there? Yeah, maybe not. But it's the same with McFarlane. But we do get these little, like, flight stands here. Nice, nice stands. Not necessarily needed with this style of figures, though, I don't think. I don't worry about this guy falling off my shelf or anything like that, but I guess anything is possible. But if you did need a stand, you got this. So you could do a little flight stand action. You could do some stuff. It's nice to get things like this. So part of the value, I guess, part of the price we pay for these figures. And I will say, as far as accessories and everything go, we've seen other figures from Mattel that have more accessories than this, but a very nice quality figure, and we're going to get into all that. But let's go through the accessories here. 2 fists of He-Man Fury right out of the package. He's ready for them punches and bunches. We got the splayed out hands going on here, looking very nice. We got those going on. And then we do got 2 gripping hands. Got to have this for the weapon, so most likely going to be using both of these for me. Diving into the said weapons here, I guess we'll start with the shield here. Hallmarks of the 2000X, but almost also hallmarks back to the 80s. You got some of that color scheme going on, but a little bit more computer ways with it. You got the wires and some of this. It's almost like it's trying to be the year 2000 stuff, and it was, 2002 with this series, so makes sense. But you got a little of the digital effects to it. Same thing with the weapons. You got the big old battle axe here. Not quite my battle axe, but very iconic in its own way, and probably for a whole generation along the way as well. But looking good. Nice shine color in the metallic paint. Paint app's very nice on this. Very, very cool. Looking very nice. So I like that. And then you do get the power sword. Once again, not necessarily my power sword, but for this era, this is the power sword. Once again, looking very like computer-like and stuff. It's very data-driven is what it feels like. So looks like more like it than feels like. But it is the power sword. We've seen it in a few different incarnations. And once again, we will do comparisons later in this video. But it does look good for what it is. Very nice, very sharp on the end. Be careful on that. Obviously not for kids. But man, if I would throw this right here, it would stick into my table. That's how sharp that is on the end. So watch out. But now we're going to dive into He-Man, a.k.a. Prince Adam. 3 heads with this one. 3 heads. Out of the package here, we get the blue-eyed soul going on. We got a very frowny look. You got the windswept blonde hair. Not quite close. I mean, it's close to He-Man. I would know. If somebody handed me this head, I'd say He-Man. In my mind's eye, it's not 100% of what I think of with this He-Man. But I would say, oh yeah, that's He-Man for sure. Second head here. Now we're playing with some fire. Looking very good. I like the determined look on the face. The eyebrows up in the air. A little of those white teeth showing. Same kind of windswept hair going there as well. But this is more of what I think of with 2000X series. And last but not least, this is almost like the Prince Adam head. If he was in his Prince Adam regalia. And I'm sure we'll get that eventually, you would have to think as well. But looks good, but I think that middle head is the winner for me out of the 3. This one does look like He-Man too. So interesting. I think these 2 look very much like the cartoon heads I imagined in my head. This is almost like Mondo's take on it to maybe make it a little bit different. Could be just me. You guys chime in if you want to. But now diving into He-Man here. Big muscled up body on this one. That's what you imagine for He-Man. You imagine to be big and muscled up. Like the looks of it here. Now you got the vest over the top. The vest does disconnect on the side, on both sides, so they plug in there. You just got holders on the back here, so you can hold the power sword, the battle axe, etc., etc. So you can store everything on here if you need to. You got the forearm guards down here, very nice. Once again, they are removable, so you pop the hands off. They are going to be removable. Let's see. Head comes off very easily. Comes off very easily on that one. Hands come off very easily as well. Basically, the Mondo-style joint system just shrunken down, but seems to be smooth as butter. We've had a lot of instances over the years with broken hands. I don't think we're going to have any problems with this one. Everything seems to be very nice and smooth on this. Now, diving into the body a little bit more here, nice tan to it. I do like the skin tone color here. I think that works for He-Man. Now, the chest piece on this, you got that squishiness kind of. Almost reminds me of the Maximum Hulk from Marvel Legends. Now, some people have said that has kind of been ripping and tearing away. I haven't had any issues with mine, but I'm not playing with mine. I don't know if you are, but make note of that. But you do got a squishy upper body on this one. Now, hard plastic down into the abs here, so that make note of that. And then you do get the belt here looking good. All kinds of satchels throughout on here. He's storing everything all over this. And then, of course, you can't have Eternia without a real fur loincloth. Looking very nice with the real fur, of course. You know I'm here for that. And then you got the real fur on the boots, too. Playing all the hits here. And then you got those He-Man kind of footy booties, whatever you want to call it, all wrapped up. Looking very nice as well. Articulation now on this guy. His arms do go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Not a lot of bicep cut move. It almost reminds me of the larger style Mondo where they're there, but they really don't do anything. You do get double jointed pinless elbows. You know I'm here for that. Playing a lot of hits with those. Hands back, force, side removal, very easy. Head back, force, side removal, very easy as well. Dumbbell up top, plenty of movement there, plus dumbbell down low. So you do get very good articulation on this guy out of the midsection. So you can get him in some nice positions if you want to. If you want your He-Man in positions, Todd McFarlane, you can do that. Now, can he do the splits? Sure can. Sure can. Leg goes up for the kick to the nuts. A little bit, no thigh cut on this one. You get side to side. There is no drop down hips if you were wondering that for whatever reason. We do not get that. Double jointed pinless knees. Once again, smooth as butter. No boot cut on this guy. We do get ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. 2026 Mattel Mondo, it says on here. No hole in the feet for a traditional stand, though. So make note of that along the way. Looking pretty good, though. I tell you what. Uh-oh, lost a hand. I don't like that. Got to be careful. Don't want to lose any pieces on this guy. He does move very smooth, very nice here. And he does look really, really good. Once again, I'm not sold on the head out of the package, but I will use one of the other ones. But I got to say, it's very nice. But with that very nice comes about a $100 price point, you know, somewhere around there, depending on Jay's discount or whatever you did. $100 is tough for this scale of figure. I don't know. You know, people give Super 7 a very hard time at $65 right now. Now, I will say this is light years in articulation above a Super 7, but Super 7 gives us a lot of heads, a lot of hands, weapons, things like that. Not necessarily comparing them to Super 7, but I am comparing them just by bringing them up. But $100 price point's tough. Now, these are very collectible. They are limited edition. There is some other bells and whistles. I should say there is a deluxe edition to this one. I did not pick that one up. This is the bare bones basic edition. I don't think I really care either way. They do come with these nice stands, but I don't really need that. And of course, I didn't really want to get this line because of the price point, but I got sucked in with that clawful, and now I think I'm all in at this point. It's just the way my brain works, apparently. So I like this for what it is. I am not a fan of the price point. I will always probably get these at Jay's so I could save a little bit money going forward. I think that's the way to do it. I got to buy smart here. Got to get a deal, as we say on the channel all the time. But if you love this rendition, these years of He-Man, this should be pretty fun for you. Doesn't look like they're going to have the rights to do the classic versions of He-Man just because of all the other Mattel toy lines going on. They settled on this, and then the more deluxe figures, you know, the two scales from Mondo, 1/6, 1/12, they're going to be the more classic variety. This is going to be the 2000X series. So pick and choose your battles, I guess, what you want to. The Clawful looks amazing. Skeletor looks really good. Teela and Orko look really good. I guess they got me. But how deep will this line go? How deep into character selection? I guess we'll just stay tuned on that. But I'm very anxious to see what comes after Teela. We'll see where it goes. But speaking of 2000X, got an original version right here. So you get a little comparison action of that. Looking pretty good. And then more recently here from Mattel, the Origin style, we'll call it. We got that version right here too. So very cool to see these guys side by side. 2000X running strong all these years later. It had a big launch and then it was kind of forgotten about, dismissed. Seems to have a little bit of a renaissance in this day and age. I do have some figures just laying on my desk for comparison. How about, what is this, Mezco? I believe this is Mezco, which very similar articulation scheme there for Storm Shadow. You can kind of see that comparison. Also got Matt Cardona just hanging around, chilling here in his Jurassic Park gear from Super 7. So you can kind of see that size difference there. So you can see some differences between these guys here. And I got how about a Razor Ramon WWE Mattel figure just chilling here too. So you can kind of see how this does compare to a few different sized figures. It's very interesting. Very interesting scale, very interesting looks here, but I do like it, and I'm not planning on mixing this with other toy lines. This is going to be its own little shelf with its own crew. That's how I plan on doing it. I don't know. You guys tell me how you're going to display these guys, or you tell me if you're going to even pick these guys up. Is this something you need in your collection? Were you like me, where wanted to admire from afar but got sucked in, or are you still admiring from afar? Like I said, that Clawful figure, that really looks amazing. I knew it looked good, but then now once everybody got them, the pictures look just better than I thought they were going to be. So made me go all in on this one. We'll see where it goes. They haven't said how deep this line's going. They didn't say, hey, we're doing this for 10 years. It could be a 1-year line. We're not even sure. Wouldn't be shocked here with San Diego Comic-Con about a month away. We should see a lot more of this stuff, and maybe we'll get a little roadmap to the future. Have to imagine Man-at-Arms could be around the corner. Maybe a Trap Jaw, maybe a Ram Man. You never know. Maybe even a Fisto. Other partners in crime, you could say. But we'll see where it goes here in the near future. Should have a lot more answers here. And Tila, I believe right now, if you're watching this when this video does drop, it is available to pre-order. So if you want to get your Tila, do it now or forever hold your peace, of course. But there it is, 2000X He-Man from Mondo. Be very interested to hear your first thoughts on these as well. Stick it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. 2 channels with content every single day. Appreciate all the support over there. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for He-Man, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
And when the time comes to go down in a river of trouble, love and a bounce around, just hold